Hello, I'm Shayla, and I want to do a quick video tonight before I just relinquish myself to a lavender bath because I feel like I am falling apart, physically falling apart. The last couple days I've been going over in my head what is my next video, what oil is my next video going to be about, and this morning, 2 a.m., God answered that question. I'm doing the video tonight on Arborvitae. I hope I'm saying that right. Arborvitae. Arborvitae. There it is. So you can say it however you want to say it. I'm going to say it Arborvitae. Um, this is an amazing oil. I cannot remember why I had originally bought this oil. I know it probably had something to do with emotion side of it, I'm sure, or maybe I had scanned, my finger or whatever, and it said that I needed it. I can't imagine purchasing it or buying it or getting it for the smell because it's very, very, very woodsy, and I really like woodsy, but I already have woodsy oils. But it's really woodsy. So I don't know why I originally had it, but I'm so glad that I did have it because this morning at 2 a.m. I woke up or was woken up with an extreme pain in my toe, my big toe on my left foot. I'm talking about excruciating pain. Hurt to have the blanket touch it. It hurt. I mean, it was awful. It was awful. So I get up, and it was so bad that even walking to the bathroom to inspect my toe as to why it hurt so bad, I couldn't walk on my foot. And I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it sounds like I'm exaggerating, and I'm not. It was awful. So I go in the bathroom, and I'm looking at my toe, and it's all red around the toenail, right? On the side of the toenail. And I still am like, I have no idea, right? So what do? You Google it. Of course, that's what I do anyway. So I Googled extreme pain in under toenail, around toenail, on toe, and one of the things that came up, of course, was infection, but it wasn't hot. It wasn't warm or anything like that. It wasn't pussing. It was just really, it was red, and it was excruciatingly painful. And so the other one was ingrown toenail. So who knows? I thought something like an ingrown toenail would be like progressive, and you kind of knew it was coming on, and so you could address it before it happened. But no, not in my case. Of course not. Why would anything happen normally in my life? So anyway, didn't care at 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m., whatever time it was. I, of course, get my amazing. I brought out the big guns, the Amazing the Essential Life oil book, and looked up ingrown toenail. Like, what oil am I going to use for ingrown toenail, right? Arborvitae was number one on the list. And then Melaleuca, of course, which I've already done. The tea tree oil, I've already done a video on that. You can watch that video after you watch this video if you want to learn all about tea tree and Melaleuca. It's amazing. It's an amazing oil. But Arborvitae is my hero because I also read all the things that you're supposed to do besides go to the doctor for an ingrown toenail, and that's it's like, try to pull the skin away from the toenail and kind of like pull the toenail up, and it was so horribly painful to do all that. But I did, and then I dropped a drop of Melaleuca and a drop of the Arborvitae, and after a few minutes of letting that soak for a little bit, and I put a sock on my foot, of course, I could at least walk a little bit on it and get back in bed and go to sleep until 5:15 when my alarm went off to go running. And running was not an option this morning. It still was painful, but not as painful as 2 a.m. But I also kind of took that as, I talked about in one of my videos, that self-care, and when the universe is just not pointing in that direction, you just go with it. Go with life, right? So I did not go running, but what I did do is took that time to get up and take a shower and then soak my toe in some Epsom salt in warm water for about 10 minutes. And that relieved some of the pain as well. And then again, I put a drop of the Arborvitae and a drop of the Melaleuca, and I put my sock on that I was going to wear for the day. And I'm not even lying. I have no pain whatsoever in my toe at all. And it's not even red. Like I could show it to you. It's not even red. Like, this is my superhero for the day. It's this itty bitty bottle, 5 milliliter bottle of Arborvitae. Like, what? It's amazing. No pain whatsoever. So if I wanted to, I could have gone running tonight, but I did not. So this is the Acclaimed Arborvitae, my superhero for the day. And I'm going to tell you all the other great things that it can do. The top properties are antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial, and it's a stimulant. Some of the things that you use it for: ingrown toenail. You can use it as a bug repellent. You can use it on cold sores and warts. You can use it to kill airborne pathogens. So if you diffuse it, it's killing all of the airborne pathogens in the air, kind of like I guess probably like On Guard. Maybe it's in On Guard. I don't know. I don't have my On Guard near me. You can use it for meditation, respiratory, and also when I looked it up, it helps with cancer. I don't know if it helps fight it or helps with the symptom or the, I guess symptoms, you call those symptoms, or the things you feel because you have that. I don't know, but it helps with that. So you can diffuse it and you can use it topically. This is definitely one that does not have supplemental facts on it, so don't ingest it. Do not ingest it. You diffuse it and you use it, obviously, topically. Like, I put it on my toe, and it's amazing. It's so amazing. Excruciating pain to nothing. Like, nothing is great. So the emotion side of it, though, of course, I'm going to tell you about the emotion side. And I find the emotion side a little interesting for this kind of, again, season of my life. It's the oil of divine grace, and it's for individuals who unconsciously block divine aid, so choosing to live by their own efforts. It's interesting that that's this oil, and that's an oil that my body needed, because it's one of the things I've kind of been feeling I've started to rely more on, are my own efforts of things. And I've started to have this worry of how can I make this certain part better, and what can I do to make this certain part better, and I, like, in the back of my head, or that little voice or God telling me, I got this, you have to rely on me, I got this. I've kind of been hearing that a lot lately. So this oil helps live with peace and joy by trusting the divine, and it helps find that balance in your life, and it helps to sacrifice personal will and ambitions for a more fulfilling way of living. So surrendering to God, or to God as you know it. And yeah, so I find that very intriguing that at 2 a.m. this morning, my toe needed some divine grace. Maybe I needed some divine grace. I'm sure I did. So it helps for you to just relax, take a deep breath, and trust in the flow of life. And it did bother me this morning. One of the fears, besides the pain, another emotional kind of pain or mental pain that I felt was, I'm not going to be able to run. This really sucks. And I don't like that feeling. Like, I don't like, no, this is my plan. This is what I want to do. This is what I will do. And then that just kind of gets, other things come into play, like ingrown toenail. I don't know. So, I also find it interesting. I'm reading this book, You Are a Badass Every Day, right? By Jen Sincero. And one of the things that she writes in here is taking that breath, is about taking that breath. And breathing is one of the most centering, relaxing, and profound activities we've got going. By taking a few moments to stop, turn off your brain, and breathe deeply, you allow yourself the space and the focus to connect with universal energy and to tap into your most powerful self. An excellent method for breathing deep down into your core is by imagining that you're smelling the rose. When you smell a rose, you inhale all the way down to the bottom of your feet. You close your eyes, you're focused on the moment, you relish the breath, you fully expand, which is really true. Have you ever really thought about how you smell a rose different than some of maybe other flowers? You really just kind of smell it, right? So remember to stop and smell the rose as often as you can, was one of her pages. And I think that's something that, maybe I had to do this morning at 2 a.m. Or maybe it's just remembering that, I don't know, he's got this and I don't. And I need to rely on that and trust it a little bit more. As I said, I feel like I'm physically falling apart because not only did I have the ingrown toenail issue, I've also the last 2 days have had like some form of rash or something on my legs, like kind of like razor burn, because it's in my hair follicles. Like I can feel it in my hair follicles, right? So of course I get my big essential oils life book, the Bible book, look up any random like hair follicle infection, or googling that as well, and it has said to do grapefruit. I have it over there, that's why I looked over there. Geranium and lavender. So I have put geranium and lavender on at morning and at night, and it's almost cleared it up all the way. I can show you that too. But again, it's when these things start to happen with me, with my body, and just the weirdness of my body, I guess. I don't know. It just lets me know that I need to maybe get back to something that I have gotten away from, or center my life more, or focus it, or get rid of some worry, or de-stress in a different way than what I am, because the way I'm de-stressing is causing more stress maybe. So yeah, it's my body's way of talking to me and telling me what I need, and I need to listen. So I'm definitely listening when my toe is throbbing. But then I'm also putting in this great product, these great oils that are helping it, and not only helping it physically, no more pain in my toe, but also helping me emotionally as well. It's helping me to kind of stick to that, heal some things, and stick to what I need to stick to. So I said it'd be quick. It was super quick. Arborvitae is my superhero for the day. Yay! Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. Stay updated. I am revamping my blog, so just to let you know, if you're into reading blogs, I'm revamping it, so it's a little kind of behind in things, but it's going to be hopefully awesome and amazing. So yes, subscribe and follow me on my blog, and be great with your oils.